Welcome to Third Floor Views, a production of Chesapeake Family Life, where we talk about health, education, and living with kids. I'm your host, Laura Boycourt. Today, we'll be talking about the first annual Free Kids Health and Wellness Fair, hosted by Annapolis Pediatrics. And joining us is Dr. Margaret Turner from Annapolis Pediatrics, as well as Navy football players Jake Busick and Jordan Sanders. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So first of all, Dr. Turner, if you could just start by telling viewers and listeners, what is the Free Health and Wellness Fair all about? Logistics, details, just sort of the important information that viewers need to know.
So we're going to have this fair. It's going to be on February 4th from 11 to 1 at the Pip Moyer Center in Truxton Park. And we're going to be having all kinds of community sponsorships and people who are coming out to give all kinds of free giveaways. We're going to have free lunch. There's going to be a lot to do besides getting to play with the kids.
That sounds fantastic. And then I also see that, some free lunch distribution for the first 100 people from the Arundel County Food Bank, which is fantastic. Mission BBQ, a lot of great sort of vendors, activities, things like that. So what can families expect when they come out for this first inaugural event?
So what's it going to look like, Jake?
Already covered it a little bit, but we're going to be set up in the gym, Pip Moyer. Going to be tables, activities set up just to hang out with the team. It's going to be lunch provided, free lunch. So even if you just want to come hang out, have some lunch, you're more than welcome. And we'll also have some Navy football players, sprinkled in at different stations, just hanging out, just tossing the football around, having a good time.
Oh, that sounds great. And did I even hear a rumor that maybe you're going to have something where you see how many kids it takes to tackle one football player? Is that right?
I think Jordan volunteered for that one.
Oh, okay.
Jordan volunteered for that one.
That'll be fun. Thanks, Jordan, for taking one for the team. So a little round robin rotation. Kids can get active and interact with all the players.
And there'll be STEM activities and free books and lots of nutritional workshops. So we'll be really encompassing education, food, and exercise, all of our cornerstones.
Fantastic. And what is Annapolis Pediatrics' mission, and what made you want to put on this free community event?
Annapolis Pediatrics has been an institution in the Annapolis community for over 70 years. Not quite as long as the Naval Academy's been here, but it's been a pretty long time.
Right.
And our mission really is working together to provide exceptional care for every child. So the working together piece we really take very seriously, as both with parents and families, but also with our community. So a huge piece of what we wanted to do with this fair was really be out in the community. And there's so much misinformation that floats around. We very much want to be a voice for accurate, timely, nutritional, educational information that families can rely on. So that's really the goal of why we're doing it.
And that's so important these days.
The Navy football players, the midshipmen in general, they really are visible in the community. People always see them walking around in their uniforms, which they always hate, but it really inspires people. And a huge piece of inviting them to come and asking them to be part of it is because I think kids will listen to them. No one's really going to listen to me, but they will listen to these guys. So we're grateful they're going to be part of it.
Absolutely. And that was my next question. How did you guys come to be involved? I had a feeling it had something to do with Dr. Turner.
So we became sponsors. My husband and I started sponsoring kids about 4 years ago, and we were lucky enough to have Jordan assigned to us 2 years ago. And he and all of his friends they have to be in camp starting in June. They get no summer vacation at all. And since they were here working so hard, they wanted a place to hang out. So they would come hang out in the backyard all summer long. And there was one day where we were all sitting around and I said, you know what? Could you guys help me out? I really could use your help. It would be very, very good for our community if we could put on a health and wellness fair. And they were so excited. It all came together sort of on a hot summer day. And I really wanted to have a reading corner where they would read, but
maybe next time.
I know.
You're like, Miss Margaret, there's no way kids are going to sit and read if they can play football. So
well,
they talked some
football
sense
players. Yeah.
So I wanted to have healthy eating demonstrations, and they were like, no, we just want the kids want to play.
just play ball a little bit. Well, that's wonderful, and it sounds like a fair trade. Home away from home, and then giving back to the community and helping you out. So who was invited to the event? I think I heard something ages 5 to 13. Why that age range?
So everyone's welcome, and we'd love to have everybody. The activities that we're going to be having are more geared towards the ages of 5 to 13, and we do that just so we can set a base foundation, so we can get into their minds like a healthy balance of everything that we're trying to display to them. But everybody's welcome, and it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're in middle school or high school, want to come hang out with us, we'd love to have you. Families, we'd love to have, infants, young age to old age, doesn't matter. Please come out and please come join us.
Wonderful. But the tackling is only for sort of the more spry group. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Just making sure. Okay, great. And then Dr. Turner, actually all three of you, you're welcome to jump in. Can you explain, and you touched on this a little bit, but the importance of food, exercise, and education for the children and families and families in our community, just why those are sort of the cornerstones, why those are the core sort of tenets of what you guys are putting on.
During all the COVID isolation and virtual school, we had a lot of kids struggling with sort of their mental health, with their physical health. Kids are really having a hard time. And one of the things we preached constantly through that whole time was the 3 things you can control in your life are what you eat, what you exercise, and studying and getting a good education. So a huge piece of what we wanted to focus on with this wellness fair was jumping on that and encouraging kids to really take charge of the things they can control in their lives. And it's as easy as less bag of chips, more fruit, adding fruit to dinner every night. We'll be giving away magnets with the My Plate on them. My Plate is sort of the universal way of how to think about eating these days. And it should be 50% of your plate is fruits and vegetables. So it's little tiny changes can make huge difference in kids' health. What are some ways to add exercise into your day? Can you think of ways?
Like little things, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, park a little farther away, just going for a walk. Things that you could take an easier way out and maybe take maybe a little bit longer path, But just kind of building off that, those 3 things are very important because it's kind of hard to have one without the other. Food affects how you exercise, education, affects what you eat, just they can all kind of go hand in hand. So
going off that, I think it's, again, back to the age range of 5 to 13, it's important to instill this at a young age because this still affects us at the age we're at, especially as athletes. So we believe it's very important to touch base on all 3 of these topics because they're going to affect you for the rest of your life. So we think it's really important on our end as well as her end, and that we want to just display that to everybody.
That's fantastic. So starting things off, starting a strong foundation as early as possible to build those healthy habits that can last a lifetime. That's wonderful. So we touched a little bit on the tackling, the stations, things like that, interacting with the football players, which sounds wonderful. How will the health and wellness fair make a difference for the organizations and families who come out? We touched on sort of the healthy habits. Any other ways that this can sort of long-term impact the guests for the event?
We're very hopeful that families that will attend will take away new educational information. We'll have lots of handouts. We're going to have all of these community people, these organizations whose whole mission is also to help our families in our community. So we're hoping that we'll create opportunities for families to learn more, take that home with them, and be able to institute this into their daily lives. Free stuff is always great. We're definitely gonna have lots of swag, so there'll be lots of things to take home. There'll be STEM activities for kids to do, so hopefully introducing concepts, that really they can take home and keep going. We're also hopeful, that these guys don't think of themselves as celebrities, but they very much are in the minds of many young kids. So having an opportunity to be up close and personal and interact with them really, hopefully, will inspire them. I find them to be such an inspiration in how hard they work and what they have to do every day to be part of the football team, as well as being at the academy. So I hope that the kids and the families who get to meet them will come away with that impression as well.
Fantastic. Let's see, anything we've missed? I know Anne Arundel County Public Library will be there with this, the STEM activity, book giveaways. Chesapeake Family Life will have a presence there. Boys and Girls Club of Annapolis, Arc of the Chesapeake, Central Region Center for Help. Anything else we've missed?
There's the Makeathe bread company.
Makeathe bread, yes.
And they'll be giving away free bread, which I will have to stay away from that table. I think that'll be my favorite. And they'll be doing some food demonstrations as well. So.
Okay, fantastic. Any parting words, guys, other than go Navy, beat Army?
Just come and hang out, have a good time, do some things, kind of emulate a football practice, some warm-ups, just toss the ball around, some agility stuff, it'll be a good time. And if you don't want to do any of that, then just come, eat some food, hang out. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, he hit around the head. We're just super excited to be able to go there and, teach and try to make an impact on everybody.
Come watch Jordan get tackled.
There you go. That's all we needed. Well, thank you so much to Dr. Margaret Turner, Jordan Sanders, and Jake Busick for joining us today to get the whole community ready to go, excited about the first ever free Annapolis Pediatrics Health and Wellness Fair. Thanks to all of our viewers and listeners as well. Make sure you visit ChesapeakeFamily.com for up-to-date local information on home, health, and living for today's Maryland parent. This episode will be archived on ChesapeakeFamily.com in video and podcast format. I'm Laura Boycourt with Chesapeake Family Life and Third Floor Views. Thanks so much.